guys, so I'm back to film another pregnancy vlog for you guys. I did not want to be too late on this, and if I didn't do it today, who knows how late I would have been on this. So this is my 6-month pregnancy vlog, the second one I've done on this channel for this pregnancy. If you haven't been keeping up with this channel and this is the first vlog you've seen on it, I will link off, of course, my previous pregnancy vlog down below, and just check out my other vlog videos for, like, you know, the announcement of this second baby, etc., etc. If you did not know, this is my second child, and I am having another girl. And for those who are wondering, I didn't do any pregnancy vlogs for my first pregnancy, so this is a little new to me as well. I'm just going to make it a habit that I show you guys my what to expect pregnancy app, and this is just basically one that tells me how far along I am. They also tell you a little bit of like a summary of, you know, what's going on with your body right now. But I did read a lot of that when I was pregnant with Ava, my firstborn, and she, like, well, I had a lot of time, so I just read like those pregnancy books like every day, like the thing, like for that day. So I don't really read it as much this time around, especially because I already have Ava to keep me very busy. So I just use it more so as a timer. Not timer, countdown. And there you guys go. I am 24 weeks and 4 days, still in my second trimester, 15 weeks and 3 days to go, and my due date is still July 15th, and the baby is as big as an eggplant currently. I always found it pretty hilarious that all these things will compare your baby to a vegetable or fruit of some sort, which is pretty funny. I remember it said banana a little while ago, and it said spaghetti squash. I didn't even know there was a squash specifically called a spaghetti squash, so that was something new to me. But it's always funny to me. It's, I guess, gives you a visual, I don't know, thing to compare the size of your baby to. Which, to me, I can kind of feel exactly where the baby is sometimes, especially during some Braxton Hicks contractions. So I kind of got the gist of how big the baby is right now. I'm 6 months, yeah, you know, far along now, beginning my 6 months. Or beginning my 6th month. Ugh. I just filmed a beauty video, so I'm still kind of slurring. I don't know why. I'm kind of off today. I have a doctor's appointment coming up next week, I think. Yeah, I have a doctor's appointment coming up in 6 days. So, of course, they'll weigh me in then. But I was there 2 weeks ago, basically halfway through my 5th month for another ultrasound. Because I did mention in my 5th month gender announcement vlog that they wanted to just recheck a couple things because of the baby's position. They couldn't see everything they wanted to see. The baby is still girl and is a girl, so don't worry about the gender changing. But yeah, 2 weeks ago I weighed in at 94 pounds. I gained a lot of weight. I gained like 5 pounds. That's crazy. I'm not the type. There's people who say embrace the belly, embrace the weight, and it is a beautiful thing. And deep down I know that, especially this being my second time around. But I am just not the type who enjoys packing on the pounds. Like, every pound does not make me smile. As long as the baby is healthy, it makes me smile. Thus, I guess, you know, you can't really help the weight you gain because you have to gain weight to have a baby. But I don't like the number going up just because it's not pleasant to see sometimes, and because I know that it affects my body. Like, my body's just not used to me being that heavy. Aside from when I'm pregnant, I'm never usually over 90 pounds, let alone over 100 pounds, which I will probably be over 100 pounds before this baby is born. So I don't know, I feel like my legs, you know, they're just not used to it. My feet just aren't used to it. Luckily, I have not experienced any swelling whatsoever in this pregnancy, leg-wise, feet-wise, or just generally anything, you know, swelling or bloating up. Just like my first pregnancy. Thank Buddha for that, because I don't really want to swell. I just don't. I do know my legs do get tired randomly. Sometimes I have those random nights where I'm just exhausted, which is just, it comes with the territory. Like, I just got home on a very late flight last night with Ava, solo, because Hunbun had to come home a couple days before us. We decided to stay later in Minnesota than him, so I had to fly back with Ava solo, which was fine. I mean, it was the first flight I ever took with Ava solo, but she's done many of flights. It was like her 4th, like, trip generally in her life, so I'm pretty good at, you know, flying with babies, just getting through security all by myself and stuff like that. But my legs were dying by the time I got back from the airport. And they were fine on the flight. For some reason, they were just like, oh. And I was exhausted. But Hanbun was like, elevate your feet, you'll feel fine, blah, 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 all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I'm doing fine. I was 94 pounds and a couple ounces, so I'm sure I'll be like 96 or something, 95 next week. Oh, Lord. The baby still has no name. I know everyone's waiting to hear update about that. We still are calling the baby baby number 2 or just number 2 because we, as parents, have not decided on a name yet, which is okay. A lot of people are trying to tell me it's okay. You don't have to decide. You can decide after the baby's born if you want to. Some people decide right like as they see the baby, you know. I'm not that type though. I will have anxiety throughout labor if I do not know what I'm naming my baby. I will know before then. I will tell you guys before then, but currently at 6 months I do not know yet, which is driving me nuts so because I figured out Ava's name like within a week of me knowing that she was gonna be a girl. But it's a lot harder the second time around. There's a lot more things to consider. And I really appreciate everyone giving me a bunch of name options and submitting them. I hope you guys don't take it personally if I don't choose your options. It's just, it's different for everyone. We all have our own, you know, style of names that we like. And of course, you know, we can all name our own kids whatever we want to name them. I don't know. It stresses me out. I just try not to think about it because it's just so much stress for someone who's like me who just wants to get it done, know the name, be able to refer to the baby as something that's not a number, and, you know, get that done with. But I really need to figure that out before May. I need to get it done for the baby shower, obviously. Lord, I don't know. The requirements that are in my head, like, I want it to sound good with Ava, but I don't want it to sound like Ava's name, and I don't want it to be long. Hunbun wants a very short name, less than 2 syllables, so like anything, like I name everything that you guys submit out loud so he can hear it too, and if we hear something that we kind of like agree on, then we'll put it on the maybe list. But it doesn't have to be a letter A. It doesn't have to be, you know, like Ava and Layla. The problem is a lot of people are the top couple names or just names that are just way too close to Ava. It's too close because Ava is one thing, but she has a cousin named Elena and a cousin named Kayla. So Layla is just like, it's way too much because we have a bunch of girls in our family. We only have girls in our family. So a lot of the girl names are taken. And Hunman does like to have Y's, the letter Y in the name for some reason, but that's not like it has to be a Y. I'd rather just have a nice name. But yeah, that stuff just stresses me out. The only thing that we have like Leah on the maybe list, and Leah and Lily are on the maybe list right now. But the problem with how my mind works is that if it's on a maybe list, that means I'm not in love with it enough to say yes to it. It might just grow on me, and maybe I'll say yes to it later. But yeah, we heard Maya. My dad wanted me to name the baby Maya, but just, I don't know, I wasn't in love with that either. Don't take it to offense if it's your name. It's just, I don't know, I need to have that aha moment, that moment where it clicks, and it's just not happening yet. So wish me luck on that. My nails are still how they were in the 5-month pregnancy vlog. My hair is still growing really, really, really fast. I'll show you guys. I'm wearing a headband because it's a hot mess. I'm sure some people can't really tell, but my hair is not what it should look like. I used to keep it right here, this length. So all this back here, not allowed. It's usually 1 inch underneath my ear. So like right underneath my earring is where my hair is supposed to sit. And then all this is all grown out. It's supposed to, you know, curve backwards. Like none of this should be here. And yeah, this side is, like, you can't tell because, you know, you guys see me in videos all the time, but in person it's a hot mess, especially before I straighten it. It's a really hot mess because it's overgrown to the max. Like this is not okay. This shouldn't be like that. But I can't cut it off yet because I don't want to look like Dora the Explorer. It's not long enough. Yeah, and I don't feel like putting my extensions on all the time because I'm tender-headed. Last but not least, what you've been all waiting for, the belly bump. If I'm just wearing like a small sweater from Forever 21, you can't really tell I'm pregnant, which a lot of people keep telling me that. This sweater's not that flattering because it is kind of short and I have a really long torso, so it kind of makes me look fatter than I really am. But there it is. Can you see it right there? See a little baby? That's my little bumpsters. See if I can shrink down a little bit. Yep, little bumpsters right there. I mean, I wear my pants really low, but if I wear my pants like up towards where you're supposed to wear pants, it's not actually too noticeable that I'm pregnant, depending on what shirt I'm wearing. Baby is sitting super low. I can feel the baby rolling around all the time, and the baby has been super active since about 13 weeks, which is really early to start feeling a baby rolling or kicking and all that. But the second time around, they do say moms can kind of tell more so because we know what feelings to look for. And for those who haven't been pregnant, it feels kind of like bubbles, almost like an awkward bubble pop in your stomach. Not like, it sounds weird, but it's like a temporary movement. Like you feel like the baby move, and it's not too crazy. Luckily, this baby doesn't have its foot in my ribs or anything yet because it's not that big. But I don't know, sometimes when my kids like to sit really low. I think it's just how my uterus is placed in my body, or where it's positioned in my body. But this baby is like punching towards my vagina. Yeah, I just said vagina. It does, that feels uncomfortable sometimes, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm gonna pee or something like that. And that is also a side effect of pregnancy. It comes with the territory. I'm still peeing like every freaking 10 minutes just because the baby is sitting on my bladder. And even though I'm peeing very small amounts, I have to pee like every 10 minutes. It feels like I'm gonna pee on myself. Like, it feels like I have to pee because I haven't peed in like 5 hours, but I really peed 5 minutes ago. That sucks, but that also comes with the territory. Hopefully this baby does stay in at least as long as Ava was in my belly, and I can't wait to see her. I'm sure you guys can't wait either. And until the next pregnancy vlog, I will see you guys later. Bye.